Hey guys, it's Viger, and, well, we're in different territory than what I'm usually used to, so I guess there really isn't much else that needs to be discussed, because you already know by the video title what this is all about. Yep, we're gonna be unboxing the Oculus Rift today. I just got it in literally 5 minutes from getting off of work. And I really want to get in on this. Little side note though, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to use this too much as it is. As sophisticated as my computer is, it doesn't have the correct video card to run something like the Oculus. And while I did order a new video card to actually make the thing work, it has yet to be shipped from the manufacturer as of speaking. I have to wait an entire week for it to show up. But I'll see what I can get away with in the meantime. So without further ado, I gotta figure out how to get this out. But I think I figured out something. So yeah, essentially everything that's in the Oculus right now is on the back. We have the main headpiece, the Rift itself, 2 motion controllers for advanced play, because back in the old Kickstarter days of the Oculus, it used to just be the headset and a singular remote. But now it's been upgraded to have the sensor controllers as well as 2 sensor readers that can be mounted to a desk or in a specific area. Sort of like what the HTC Vive does, but unlike the HTC Vive costing about $300 to $400 more, the Oculus is more geared towards more seated play. While it does support like stand and walk around sort of play, seated play is much more preferred for the Oculus. And given the fact that my room is not as spacious as one would think or one would want to believe, yeah, this is probably the better option. Plus, it's a lot more affordable for a new up-and-coming VR enthusiast. Without further ado, do I need to tear? Oh, that looked so beautiful opening it up. And I just like blocked the entire camera as well opening it, but let me just show you guys what I saw. Oh, no plastic wrapping, nothing. It's all absolutely pristine, well packaged, and I would like to think ready to be used and everything. My God, I still can't believe I actually did this. Alright, now comes the whole getting it out of the box deal. Again, I'm new to this whole like unboxing thing, so that being said, I believe this little box here is, oh, came with some batteries for me and everything. I believe this is just like a little cloth to wipe it down with. What is that? I'll put it with the cloth because that's what, I don't know what this little rod thing is for. Maybe just like to get into the nooks and crannies of the, oh wait, it actually says, oh, it's an audio tool. Okay. I guess to like turn up the volume and everything without having to accidentally damage the thing, just use the audio pen that came with it. Got some various stickers, the itty bitty manual, presented in 5 different languages for your consumer's pleasure. 2 Oculus stickers. I was thinking this was going to be like a CD-ROM setup thing, but I was proven astronomically wrong. The support manual, which actually is just a single sheet of paper that says go to this website if you're stuck. But now, we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty. I would assume that the first thing we obviously need to get out is the headset itself, the oldest part of the Oculus itself. Surprisingly, it's a lot smaller than what I thought. First I need to peel off all of the adhesive that's keeping this thing together so I can like move it around as much as I need to. Okay, that's how I'll do it. Bear with me, guys. Again, I'm new to this. I'm the reaction guy. I just laugh at Pingus jokes. I'm not used to unboxing videos, much less VR videos. But yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna leave those, because in the center of it they have like little plastic coverings over the eyepieces, so I'm just gonna leave those there though. But I'm surprised there's actually like a velvet vinyl sort of casing around the outside of the Oculus headpiece. But the front of it is completely like plastic and everything. I would assume that's just so that the sensors can get an accurate read without any interference. And so I guess I need to take the hat off to actually put this thing on. So let's just see. I don't know, my head is huge when it comes to this sort of thing, but... And then there's actual earbuds that are actual headphones mounted into the Oculus itself. The Vive doesn't have this at the moment, but I know there's like a future version of the Vive that's currently in development that will have these headphones to it. So it's just one less thing that you need to keep on and everything. I actually have my eyes closed with this thing on, and I'm gonna have to get used to actually having this thing, having my eyes open. No wonder. Yeah, that will probably work. I can't tell, but I know I wouldn't be able to put this thing on with the hat still on. But yeah, I'll make it work. I'll be the guy that wears the hat on the Oculus. That's how I will be recognized. But man, I cannot wait to get this thing up and running. I'm hoping that at least like VR chat or Elite Dangerous will actually work as intended, despite the fact that I don't have an appropriate video card for this thing. But we can just wait and see. But that actually felt really comfortable to put on. So I'm happy for that. I was afraid that there was going to be some issues with that. And apparently we have the two USB, we have the USB and the HDMI cables for it, and I'm happy to note that this is a pretty long cord, which I would assume it would have to be long if you were going to be doing anything movement-wise, like backing up, moving forward, left, right, sideways, and all that other jazz. Now for the controllers. This is going to be the weirdest thing. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking at these correctly. Yeah, I think this has to be the right one, and this has to be the left one. I'll figure it out later if I'm actually using these right, because they just fit right. Because if I was to yeah, absolutely, I have them on the right hands. But basic diagnostics of each controller. Each controller has a ringed sensor area around it so that the stand as well as the Oculus headpiece itself can determine where your hand is, if it's turned up, down, all over the place. And that is very snazzy. Also, they're wireless as well, so that's where the AA batteries come into play. I'll have to look and see if there's some sort of like rechargeable situation that can be done with these. I've heard that changing the batteries can be a pain with the Oculus, but that there's actual like dedicated charging stations or third-party charging stations that actually work effectively with the Oculus. But each Oculus controller has at least one joystick and two face buttons. The left one has a Y and an X. The right controller has a B and an A respectively. They also have another little button for like select and start. I don't know if the camera is actually... There it is. So you can see the controller itself, the two face buttons, and then the littler button right there. I'm actually using... What is being reflected off of my... Oh, it's actually the camcorder itself. Oh well. And then on the back side of the controller, there's actually two trigger buttons for, I would assume, gripping actions and finger movements with your specific characters that you're engaging with. So, put those right back into their nice little slots. This is actually a really, really nice case to keep it all together, because I know I could keep this. I could keep this case, and if I wanted to bring the Oculus anywhere with me, That makes it a lot easier. And now I'm just going to pull out one of these, which are actually Velcroed in so that they don't get shifted around too much, and Velcro is actually in the case as well. So these little doohickeys are the actual sensor stands that actually register both the Oculus headpiece's movements as well as the controller's movement orientations as well. And judging by the amount of cable that's actually around the base of the stand, one would assume that these things are supposed to be placed a fair distance away, or can be placed differently. Much like how the HTC Vive's stands can be placed in one corner of a room and another corner and still work effectively. These things are, I would assume, very much designed to be placed in various locations. I'm wondering if these are capable of being detached in any way and being mounted anywhere else. I'm not sure, but I'd like to think that would be possible. But as far as it's concerned with me, they're just going to be desk mounted, just sitting on the stand and like doing their thing. It has a nice little, like, I want to say like leather based grip on the bottom so that they don't slide around at all, so that they can stay mounted where they need to be. The Oculus has two of them. I don't need to bring out the other one because it looks exactly the same. Right down to the plastic covering on top of it. Also Velcroed in too. But yeah, I think that's it. Like literally there's nothing else. I can tell like by the box itself, nothing else is supposed to be taken out. But oh Lord, I am so looking forward to all of this. You can expect a lot of, well, hopefully a lot of VR-based Let's Plays on the channel soon, because I want to make the most out of the Oculus. The only problem is the way that my face is structured, there's a little bit of like an opening right where the nose is. So I can kind of like see out into the world a little bit, but whatever. It's, in hindsight, when I've got this thing up and running and I'm actually looking through it, I won't really see that at all, but I am really excited to see what I'll be able to do with this. There are several games that are pre-installed onto the Oculus itself. Several that I have been looking into, others that I don't really find any interest in. One of the ones that I am looking forward to doing is Robo Recall, and that's just your basic shoot all the robots in VR. But a few games to look forward to on the channel. I want to see if I can get Orbis VR a thing to be done on the channel. It's basically VR's first MMORPG. Think Sword Art Online, but cheaper looking and with the less player death. And one other game that I was looking forward to is Lone Echo, which is a standalone single-player Oculus exclusive space action adventure game, I guess. Yeah, I really am looking forward to that too. But first I need to see if this thing can actually get running. And I guess the best way to test that is just to see if I can get this thing synced up with Elite Dangerous. If I can't, well then I just have to wait for the video card to get here so I can get that plugged into the computer and see if I can finally get that situated. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Again, expect more use out of this thing come hell or high water. Unfortunately, I don't think there is any like reaction material to be done with the Oculus, but we'll just see what happens. So either way, that's the end of this video. Get that in there. I guess, yeah, that's about it. And on to the plugs, I guess. Check out, if you are interested in the Oculus Rift itself, I will leave a link in the description to the main website itself. If you have $400 that you're willing to put forward into the next generation of gaming, I would highly recommend it. But first, you'll want to make sure that your computer is actually capable of running the Oculus Rift. I would highly incentivize that you download the Oculus Rift System Checker first, just to make sure. I did this and all parts checked out on my computer except the video card, which is what I'm remedying at this very moment. But yeah, if you're interested, check out OculusRift.com, or I guess it would be Oculus.com. I'll have it down in the description if I'm wrong. And yeah, check out Puckle Podcast. I'm reading a bunch of guys, one girl and one guy with slight Puerto Rican, talk about all things Pokemon. Now that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are out, and we have a Switch game on the horizon, we have way too much stuff to talk about. And I wonder if Pokemon has any potential in the Rift. I'd like to think so, who knows. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, check out the Discord, and that is it. And with that being said, I will see you guys when I see you guys, and as always, toodles.